Do you want to know the best Canadian AAA programs when it comes to advancing players to the NCAA and CHL level? Well, we got that and nothing else coming right up here. What's going on, guys? For those of you who don't know me, my name is 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗴 and I'm the CEO and founder of Advancement Hockey Advising. And today we are ranking the top 10 Canadian AAA programs here as of 2024 and 2025. We're basically going to be using the metrics for the past 5 years here. So not just one season, but we're ranking for the past 5. So all those haters in the comments that come at me and say, oh, this team's #1 this year, blah, blah, blah. We're not really looking at this year specifically, it's the past 5 years. As to the 3 metrics that we're looking at, first is the CHL advancements and then NCAA D1 advancements, and we're also looking at the record as well. We're kind of weighing more on the CHL and NCAA advancement side, but when things get close, we typically use the record to kind of break the tie, or sometimes a really good record will put a team over another team. Of course, now it's an AHA video, so I have to ask you to absolutely destroy that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you never miss another video moving forward. And for all your hard work of destroying that like button, here's a picture of a baby panda. Aww. Beautiful, isn't it? Now let's move on to the rankings right now. All right, now starting off our ranking here at number 10 is the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs, located in British Columbia. So in the past 5 years, they've had a record of 132 wins, 60 losses, and 9 ties, with 2 NCAA D1 advancements and 7 CHL advancements in the past 5 years. Pretty good numbers to kick off our list, if you ask me, to be honest. Next, number 9 on our list here is the Halifax Max, located in Nova Scotia. In the past 5 years, their record is 126 wins, 56 losses, and 0 ties. Super impressive, 0 ties. I always love to see that. And then when it comes to NCAA D1 advancements, they've got 0 actually, but they mainly focus on CHL advancements with 16 altogether. Which makes complete sense because typically, historically, out east, they typically push to major junior and not so much to NCAA D1. This might change in the future with a new rule change between NCAA and CHL, but for now, I think in the next year or so, it's going to continue the same trend where they mainly push to CHL. And moving on to number 8 on our list here, that is the Vaughan Kings, located in Ontario. Their record in the past 5 years was 151 wins, 67 losses, and 28 ties. NCAA D1 advancements were 2, and then CHL advancements were 15, with a total of 17 advancements overall, so 1 more than the previous team that we mentioned here. Now moving on to number 7 on our list here is the Calgary Buffaloes, located in Alberta, Canada. Their record in the past 5 years was 176 wins, 59 losses, and 13 ties. NCAA D1 advancements were actually 7 in the past 5 years, and then 11 CHL advancements in the past 5 years, totaling to 18. And quick note on these guys, they're the highest number of NCAA D1 advancements from a U16 AAA program, so very impressive here. All right, now moving on to number 6 on our list here. It's a name that a lot of Quebecers know very well, and that is the Lac-Saint-Louis Lions, located in Quebec. Their record in the past 5 years was 100 wins, 76 losses, and 0 ties. Yet again, another team with 0 ties. Quite impressive. NCAA D1 advancements in the past 5 years was 2, and then CHL advancements was 26, with a total of 28. So quite the jump here. Now, you might notice that the record is slightly, not as good compared to other teams, but know that Quebec Major AAA or Midget AAA altogether is a very, very strong league, and it makes sense that they've lost quite a few games compared to other teams that are a bit lower on the rankings. But it makes sense that they have a lot of commitments because Lac-Saint-Louis Lions is a renowned program. So one thing I want to mention about the record here, they do play in probably one of the hardest AAA leagues in Canada. So I would say it makes sense that their record is slightly lower compared to other ones on the list. Moving on to number 5 on our list here, we have the Moncton Flyers, located in New Brunswick. Their record in the past 5 years was 126 wins, 51 losses, and 1 tie. When it comes to NCAA D1 advancements, there are none because, again, out east, like we said before, typically not the main focus here. When it comes to CHL advancements, we have 26, which is the same as Lac-Saint-Louis Lions. But the thing is, their record is quite a bit better here, so I had to rank them a little bit higher. Some could argue that Lac-Saint-Louis' conference is harder, like I said before, so maybe you could argue that they're a little bit better, but because the record is substantially better, I'm going to rank Moncton a little bit higher here. All right, now moving on to number 4 on our list here is the Toronto Junior Canadiens, located in Ontario. And this is a team that a lot of people recognize, especially from the Ontario hockey area. Now, in the past 5 years, their record was 184 wins, which is a ton, 46 losses, and 16 ties. When it comes to NCAA D1 advancements in the past 5 years, they've only had 1, but they've mainly focused on CHL, where there's 27 advancements in the past 5 years. So overall, for these guys, when it comes to reputation, their record, their number of CHL advancements, overall, they live up to their reputation here. So it makes sense to slot them in at number 4 ahead of the other teams that we just mentioned. All right, now moving on to number 3 on our list here is 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗴𝗃, located in Quebec. I'll be honest, this team wasn't really on my radar until I looked at the stats. I knew they were good, but I didn't know they were a top tier like Lac Saint Louis or the other program that we're going to mention here from Quebec, Major AAA. But here we are. So basically, when it comes to their record in the past 5 years, they've had 132 wins, 61 losses, and 0 ties. No NCAA D1 advancements, which again makes sense because it's a big push towards Major Junior when it comes to AAA in Canada, in Quebec. But when it comes to CHL advancements, we have 32 in the past 5 years, which is actually kind of bonkers. They really blow the other teams that we mentioned quite a little bit out of the water. It's a little bit of a big jump. So that's why they're ranked at number 3 here. All right, now moving on to number 2 on our list. It's a program that's widely recognized as one of the best programs across North America, to be honest, when it comes to AAA programs, and that is the Toronto Marlies, located in Ontario. Now, before we get to their record and advancements, the reason why they have such a good reputation is they've had the best players play in that organization, to be honest, and most notably Connor McDavid, right? When you have a guy like McDavid playing for your program growing up as a minor hockey player, it means something. So these guys, like year in and year out, are always strong. They always have a good record. They always advance players to the higher levels. So honestly, a phenomenal program to go to. Their record in the past 5 years was 182 wins, 54 losses, and 17 ties. And keep in mind that this is against some of the best teams in the GTHL, right? So it's very, very impressive. NCAA D1 advancements in the past 5 years was 4, although I'm a little bit skeptical about this number. I'm pretty sure they've advanced more, but anyways. And then when it comes to CHL advancements, we have 22, which overall is 26. You could argue that it's less than the previous team that we mentioned. However, these guys do have a phenomenal reputation. They have the best players coming through. I'm a little bit skeptical about these numbers, and their record is better than the previous team that we mentioned. So that's why we are slotting them at number 2 on our rankings. All right, now moving on to number 1 on our list here. It's what a lot of Quebecers will probably recognize as one of the best programs ever, to be honest, when it comes to AAA, and that is the Magog Cantineers, located in Quebec. Now, their record in the past 5 years was 153 wins, 63 losses, and 0 ties. Now, let me just stop right here saying that this record is phenomenal for the conference or division that they're in, right? Quebec Major AAA is very, very strong, and this record is phenomenal when you think about it. When it comes to NCAA D1 advancements, none, again, because Quebec pushes towards Major Junior mainly. But when it comes to CHL advancements to the QMJHL, 42 in the past 5 years. That's actually phenomenal. It's so much out of the water compared to every other program that it makes makes complete sense to rank these guys at number 1 here. So honestly, phenomenal program to go to. 2 quick honorable mentions that we have here. Number 1 is the Don Mills Flyers, located in Ontario. The record in the past 5 years was 81 wins, 68 losses, and 17 ties. Although their record's not the best, their NCAA D1 advancements was 1, and then their CHL advancements was 13 in the past 5 years, totaling 14 total advancements in the past 5 years. Number 2 honorable mention is the Mississauga Rebels, located in Ontario as well. Their record in the past 5 years was 127 wins, 75 losses, and then 23 ties. No NCAA D1 advancements, but 9 CHL advancements. So 2 really good honorable mentions here that we have to bring up. All right, that's a wrap for the list. Let me do a quick recap of the top 10 Canadian AAA programs as of 2024-2025 in the past 5 years. Number 10, Vancouver Northeast Chiefs. Number 9, Halifax Max. Number 8, Vaughan Kings. Number 7, Calgary Buffaloes. Number 6, Lac Saint Louis Lions. Number 5, Moncton Flyers. Number 4, Toronto Junior Canadiens. Number 3, 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗴𝗃. Number 2, Toronto Marlies. And then number 1, Magog Cantineers. And then 2 honorable mentions. First one is Don Mills Flyers. And then the second one is Mississauga Rebels. And that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep watching, definitely click here or click here. If you haven't already, absolutely destroy that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you never miss another video moving forward. If you disagree with this list or want to say something, definitely drop a comment down below or send us an email. And with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching. We will catch you on that next one.